The Dallas Cowboys just lost 10-31 to the Buffalo Bills. This was after a great 13-33 win against the Eagles just last week. And for anyone who is a Cowboys fan, the team continues to put you through this emotional roller coaster. They start out the season against a New York Giants team who we all know is not that good, with a dominating win 40-0, but then lose to the Cardinals later in the season on the road 16-28. But all great teams have bad losses on their resume, so this game can be overlooked. However, you then proceed to get blown out by the 49ers a few weeks later. The end score of that game was 10-42, so now the questions start to pile on. Are the Cowboys for real? Can this team beat an elite team in the NFL, and why do the Cowboys only win against bad teams? And these questions continued with a 23-28 loss against the Eagles November the 5th. However, that narrative would soon shift as the Cowboys beat a decent Seahawks team 35-31 in a shootout game. Dak played his best game of the year, not necessarily stat-wise, going 29-41 for 299 yards. He has had better numbers before, but he had to consistently make plays in order for his team to win that game. They then proceed to avenge their loss to the Eagles in great fashion, I might add, 13-33 at home. The Cowboys were on a roll and everything looked good. Many people believe that the Cowboys are now a different team in comparison to the team that played the 49ers October the 8th. Dak was a MVP candidate, but then they played the Buffalo Bills. Dak proceeds to have one of, if not his worst game of the year. He went 21 for 34, 134 yards with one interception. The offense just could not get anything going on that particular day, and this was not a loss simply because of Dak's play. I do believe, since the QBs get most of the praise when things go well, that they should also get majority of the blame when things go bad. But the Cowboys as a whole got dominated in the trenches. James Cook, the running back for the Buffalo Bills, rushed for 179 yards on 25 carries. Josh Allen only threw 15 passes. 15 passes, completed 7 of them for 94 yards. The man literally had to do nothing and they still won the game. The Bills played old school football with the Cowboys and they could not stop it. It also doesn't help that the Cowboys were on the road. This season they're 7-0 at home, and on the road they are 3-4. Two completely different teams. But the recipe for success against the Cowboys probably and more than likely is rush the football. If you can get ahead against the Cowboys early, you can take away what they like to do. The defensive line of the Cowboys love to pin their heads back, go straight at the quarterback. But in this game, they could not do that because they were playing in a deficit. Now, I'm not saying that the Cowboys' hopes are lost, but what I am saying is the Cowboys have an obvious hole in that defense. If you can somehow get up in the game and run the ball effectively, you can beat the Cowboys. That seems to be the recipe for success for any team who plays the Cowboys going forward. Now, I know that is easier said than done. Everybody does not have the personnel, the players, in order to effectively run the ball like the Buffalo Bills did. The Buffalo Bills obviously came into the game as the more desperate team, and that showed up on the field. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers before April. That's my birthday month. I really do appreciate that. Now let's get back to the video. And with Josh Allen, somebody who they're trying to push in the MVP category right now, had a game where he simply played the game manager role. Now, I am not on the Josh Allen hype train like many people are. I don't think that he can do anything right now to put his name in the MVP conversation, because honestly, essentially their best win of the season came when he did the least amount of work. Now, that's not the only argument against Josh Allen. There are multiple things that you can say. A lot of games this year he's played and they have lost because of his inability to take care of the football. It is as simple as that. The Bills do have the talent and they have the personnel to play with any team in the league. They proved that on Sunday, and now it is up to the Cowboys in order to bounce back and prove that they are still a team that a lot of people should have on their radar. But the one thing that Cowboys fans should be worried about is the fact that they probably will not and more than likely won't have home field advantage against the 49ers. They still have a chance to get the first seed in their division and have at least one home playoff game, but when it comes to playing the 49ers, they own the tiebreaker against the Eagles and the Cowboys. So as long as they win out, the 49ers are going to be hosting the playoff games. And I do not honestly believe that anybody in the league, not just the Cowboys, can beat the 49ers right now. But the NFC is wide open in terms of figuring out who is going to be the second best team in this conference. The Eagles just lost to the Seahawks, a team that the Cowboys did beat, by the way. And so maybe the 49ers are just that much better than everyone else. And I know I said maybe, but at this point, I don't think it's even close. Each and every team in the league right now has holes and things that can be exploited. The Cowboys do not play well when somebody has a lead on them and are able to effectively run the football. The Eagles have a secondary that gets exploited each and every week. The Seahawks, the Lions, and I can throw the Rams in there, are inconsistent at times, and so it's hard to say which one of those teams will be better down the stretch. But it's going to be interesting to see how all of this does develop as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. But let me know what you guys think about this Cowboys loss. Let me know what you think about the NFC conference as a whole. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate that as we're trying to get there before April, and I will see you guys in the next video.